IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with computer keyboards. Did you know that the Japanese keyboards have the shortest spacebar? And this is because they need additional keys that are placed on the sides of the spacebar. And the function of these keys is to switch between different languages. Now, the languages that these keys toggle between are the Roman letters called Romaji, and this is what we use for English. Then the Japanese characters are called hiragana and kana. Now, I remember experiencing these weird kinds of keyboards when we had to import all our laptops and computers from abroad. They would have some other language on the keys, and the entire keyboard looked like a complete mess. I think we had one Toshiba laptop that came from Japan, and that had that unique issue of having a small spacebar. So every time we went to press the spacebar, we would accidentally hit another key on the keyboard because the spacebar was so damn small. Now, as you can imagine, when you make a mistake while typing, another key comes to your rescue, the delete key or the backspace key. Now, delete knocks off anything to the right of the cursor and backspace knocks off anything to the left of the cursor. I once had a keyboard where both the backspace and the delete keys had stopped working. And it was a total nightmare. All the mistakes that I'd made while typing were glaring at me. The document I was working on made absolute no sense because all the things were mistakes, full of mistakes. At one point in time, it became so hard to keep writing. You could not figure out what to continue writing because the mistakes were so distracting and overwhelming. And in the same way, we have lost the ability to press delete in our lives as well. All our past mistakes, all our past misadventures, all our past pain still exists within us. It distracts us and holds us back from being able to see the future and change for the future. With so many mistakes glaring at us, it becomes hard to type a new reality for ourselves. Some of us don't try and change at all because we believe that our old selves are still there, the ones with all the mistakes. Others put in great effort to try and change. They become new people, but something holds them back. They are in the habit of going back to their old self, the one that was not serving them anymore, the one with the mistakes. We still clutch on to that and keep going back to that. And as your habit coach, I want to tell you that in order to move forward in life and to live the changes you want to see, to live that awesome life that you've planned for yourself, you have to learn to delete the past. Delete the sense of yourself, the little residue that exists in your mind. And as I always say, in order to live the change, you have to become the change. That means you have to delete the image of the person you were, the image inside your head. And you do this by constantly reminding yourself who the new you is. Give the new you a name. Give the new you attributes that you admire. And every time your mind goes back to that person, the one that you were, stop it by saying to yourself, he is no more. She is no more. He's in the past or she's in the past. Soon that image you had of yourself will go away. It will be deleted from your conscious mind and then from your subconscious mind. So your super simple habit starts by becoming the new version of yourself. Then start the habit of deleting the past version that no longer is serving you. And in this way, you will slowly learn to use the delete button in your mind. It is a skill and a habit that we all need to learn. Because there's no point in clutching on to the past, especially if it is distracting us from our awesome future. Usually in a podcast, it's me who speaks to you and you who listens. But I've been seeing your comments and it's time. It's me listening to you. Following the overwhelming success of this podcast, the good folks at IVM Podcast Network have decided to come up with a Kannada adaptation of the show for those who prefer listening to it in that language. Do make sure you let your Kannada speaking friends know about this as well. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome 180.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Storytellers and Storysellers, Vineet talks to Prem Misri. Prem is the director and producer of the MX Player original web series Campus Diaries. On Shunya One, Shiladitya and I speak to Shashank Mehta. He's the founder and CEO at The Whole Truth Foods about various trades in the D2C food industry. Keep an eye on that series. We're going to be talking to a number of different entrepreneurs from the D2C space. On IVM Likes, our producers compare their experience studying across the various curriculums of ICSE, CBSE, and SSE boards. On Say No to Drama, Chetna tells us how not to be disappointed when things don't go your way, and the importance of surrendering. And on the Life Manifesto, Zarina introduces us to the Wu Wei philosophy from ancient Chinese Taoism. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you're listening to us on. And also remember, you can check out a lot of our stuff on YouTube. Go to ivmpodcast.com/YouTube and you'll get a list of all the various channels that we do have. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Bank of Baroda and CoinSwitch Kuber. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Namaste, this is Cyrus Brocha. I am part of the government cancel culture program to remove rubbish off all the different streams available. So what we have is all the collected rubbish we put together on our show. It's called Cyrus Says. It's on IVM Podcast. You have to watch it and listen to it. It's on our app. It's on our website. It's on the YouTube channel. It's on Facebook. There are many different ways. Don't bother me and ask me how. You have to find out. We talk to different personalities. Many of them are known. Some are just people we meet downstairs and invite them up for chai. But the point is, it's fun and it's very therapeutic. So please join in and listen to Cyrus Says.